Now.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. Last week, we found ourselves back in the Sword Coast in the meeting hall for the Council of Waterdeep, where the party met Dr. Cassius Hole, and as well as leading representatives to every faction in the Sword Coast, including the Lord's Alliance, the Emerald Enclave, the Harpers, the Order of the Gauntlet. And that's all the people that's all the factions that were there, but there was a lot of people from the Lord's Alliance. The party learned that the Harpers had gotten word that one of the Worm Speakers, Verum the White, was not in hiding like the rest of them, and there's a chance he may have lost his Mask of the Dragon. The party, seeing as they already had one of the Masks of the Dragons, decided to head north in a ship called the Frost Skimmer, captained by Captain LaRusta, the Half-Face. Mike, I know that you are probably curious because everybody else was. Yes, he does have half a face. He lost the other half to severe frost
to gambling
up here in the Sea of Moving Ice. And he wears a hood, a leather hood drawn around his face so as not to frighten children and Crispins. So you guys made it north of the Spine of the World, which is the northernmost mountain range in the Sword Coast, up to the Sea of Moving Ice, and started about the process of trying to find Oyaviggaton, which is a large glacier that is known to be home to a dragon known as the Old White Death, a white dragon by the name of Arauthator, as well as the last known location of Macath the Crimson, who is a tiefling from the Arcane Brotherhood who was up there seeking out information that was lost by the Arcane Brotherhood during something called the Rage of Dragons, and also to find the Drakhorn, this relic that is creating this sound that apparently dragons are hearing and responding to, whereas the rest of you feel more of a immense sense of dread when you hear it. The party made it to Oyaviggaton after following a group of ice hunter fishermen back to the glacier, where you guys went on the glacier and were surrounded by the villagers and asked to leave. When you guys wouldn't leave, they agreed to a sort of trial by combat to allow you guys to stay. They would give you food and shelter for the evening if you won, which you guys did.
And how,
yeah. Everyone but Leovan was able to take out their Ice Hunter warriors in one hit. Hagrid fought the village gladiator by the name of Orca Heart. And so afterwards, you guys were given shelter, sort of, in the village's storage hut, and were given food of spoiled fish that had been poisoned by the town shaman by the name of Bonebreaker. When you guys, or sorry, not Bonebreaker, Bone Carver. When you guys didn't die immediately or pass out from the poison, you guys confronted her, and through your interpreter from Frost Skimmer, you guys were able to figure out that that the villagers were worried about Arauthator seeing you guys there as sort of a act of rebellion by the dragon, and they worry about his wrath. So she took you to her hut, where you see old furs heaped atop poles laid across an opening which leads down to the ice caves. Looking down, you can see that steps are cut into the wall of the chute, creating steep, icy stairs that drop down in a tight spiral into relative darkness below. So that's where we'll pick up. You guys are in the hut of the shaman, Bone Carver, and you see the entrance to the ice caves below the village in the glacier.
Quick question. Were we able to take any version of a rest between the end of the battle and getting into the entrance of this facility?
Yes, there would have been a short rest.
All right.
But it's still the same day.
Mm-hmm.
I like short rests.
They're better than none rests.
There we go. Because that puts me back up at my max HP.
All right.
How many dice can we roll?
Let's see, what level are you? You're level
Usually
9.
is your level.
9, yeah.
Yeah, so you have 9 hit dice at your disposal, at which you gain half of them back. So you gain up to 4 of them back at a long rest.
And I just use my normal hit dice for my class.
Mm-hmm.
I'm operating under the assumption that I was undamaged.
You were, in fact, undamaged.
It was one swing and they were out of there.
I'm not undamaged.
You should, Tony, have on your sheet that you used one of your rages.
Yep.
Okay.
Please tell me I ate twice as much fish as everybody, though, that was poisoned.
Twice as much for a regular gnome.
I have to remember how to barbarian.
All right. So what is it that you guys want to do? You want to go down into the staircase?
It seems as good as option as any right now.
Okay.
It's all black to me.
What do you mean?
I don't see
He-
anywhere else to go.
Yeah, he doesn't have his token, I think, released
I
to
have a
him
black
yet.
screen.
We're kind of towards the top right.
I have a
Yeah.
black screen.
You just gotta zoom out, dude.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
It took me a while to find it.
Because you have control of your token, and I'm not using dynamic lighting.
All right, so I'm going to step forward into this hallway-looking thing over here.
All right, hang on just a sec. So you guys have not gone down the ice chute yet. So the ensign, he's not going to continue forward with you guys. He was given explicit order by Captain LaRusta not to enter the caves.
Makes sense.
So he's going to head back to Frost Skimmer. All right, who's going down first?
I'll do it.
All right. So, Cassius, I need you at about 40 feet down. I need you to make a dexterity, an acrobatics check.
Dexterity acrobatics. Okay. That will be a 7 + 4, 11.
Okay. So the slick, icy stairs are actually just a little bit too much for you to handle, and you lose your footing, and you wind up falling about 60 feet to the bottom of the chamber, taking 21 damage in the process.
Ouch. Let's do damage. Will be 21. If I can fix this.
But you're at the bottom. Okay, who is next in line? And if there's anything that you guys, so you obviously you're all going in a line, so you see Cassius fall. And if there's anything in your packs you want to try to use to give yourself better grip or anything like that in the ice, you can absolutely do that.
I'm just going to dig my axe in and go for a slide.
As he well, I guess he's gone. I'll cast Spider Climb on Hagrid, and then turn into a spider myself.
Okay. Tony, why don't you go ahead and make a strength acrobatics check?
Alrighty. That is 19.
Okay. You are able to use your axe and slide down a foot or two, and you find that after the 40-foot mark, the steps improve, and you're able to make it down. Not quite as quickly as Hagrid and Leovan, definitely not as quickly as Cassius, but you're able to make it down.
Bye. Ow.
I'm going to call you Gandalf.
Let's see. I don't know.
Oh, that one is not one of my proudest moments.
Crispin is also going to make an attempt to come down with you guys. He does have acrobatics. Okay, he makes it down, no problem. Despite his large size, Crispin is much more nimble than he really gets credit for. All right, so there's a ladder at the end of the chute, descends into the center of the rectangular chamber, with a 15-foot wide passageway that slopes downward out of the chamber. The chamber is empty except for a small, dimly burning brazier, and a dozen baskets. I knew I was gonna fucking do that too. Dimly burning brazier.
I didn't realize the Lord's Alliance wanted us to do this.
The things I do for my country.
There's also a dozen baskets woven from leather strips and walrus ribs stacked in the north corner. Looking in those, they're frozen fish and a few skin-wrapped bundles of rotting shark meat. Obviously, a nice hunter delicacy.
I wander over towards the shark meat.
Okay. What do you want to do with the shark meat?
Give it a sniff. See if it's gonna hurt me.
It smells, despite the fact that it's being kept cold, it smells like it's past its prime.
And not in a good way?
I mean, no more so than the fish minus the poison that you guys ate earlier.
While they're investigating that, I will pop open a vial of reconstruction and I'll drink that.
Okay.
So I'll gain 5 hit points back every 6 seconds.
Okay. So looking around, you see that, like I said, the exit out of this room is about 15 feet wide. The ceiling about 20 feet high, and it looks like that continues forward. The walls, you notice, even in the bit of hallway that you can see, the walls are intricately carved with draconic imagery. Pillars, cornices, filigrees, buttresses, leering dragon faces, and other decorative flourishes. The floor...
Windsor?
Yeah. The floors inside the iceberg are worn glass smooth from decades of traffic. Do any of you guys have any climbing equipment?
I have my spider body.
Okay.
I don't think I do have anything real, though.
I have adventuring gear.
I have a hammer.
Okay.
What are manacles?
Those are handcuffs, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit difficult moving around inside of the inside the caves. What's that? Okay. So basically, unless I say otherwise, treat everything as though it's difficult terrain.
Me too.
As a spider, you will have difficulty getting around. However, you're not constricted to the walls or to the floor. I mean, you can have a hard time getting around on the walls and the ceiling.
Cool.
Are you a small spider? Are you a giant spider or a regular spider?
Let's go giant spider because I can.
Because I'm gonna double check this really quick. Yeah. So basically, you just don't need to make an ability check to do those things.
Okay.
But it is still difficult terrain.
Still difficult. Okay.
Yeah. Looking forward in the hallway, you see that there's really no discernible light source outside of the brazier behind you. The interior is pitch black. So you also so I know at least for Cassius and Hagrid, somebody in the party is going to have to carry a torch or two.
I don't feel like using the second one of my alchemical solutions, so I'll light up a torch.
Okay. You also notice that the the temperature down here is it's cold. It's right about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. But since you guys are all wearing proper cold gear that you were given back in Waterdeep, you're not at risk from like exposure or anything like that. But it's super cold. Once you got down here too, you noticed that there's a lot of like mist and fog. It's not like floor to ceiling, but it does definitely prevent any like real depth of vision, right? So your vision is going to be limited because of the fog. And this is due to the fact that the ice caves are open to the sea, so it creates banks of vapor that roll constantly through the corridors and chambers. All right, so you guys are moving forward through the you can gain through that course of looking around and stuff, Cassius, let's say 2 of those 6-second sequences have gone by.
So 10 health points back. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So Crispin is going to, for the most part, be bringing up the rear.
For those of you that are paying careful attention here, is that my hand around where the light is looks like it's got mild blistering.
Interesting.
Have I noticed that?
Go ahead and so would that have been something you were looking for? Like, would you have been looking at the
Not
at
really,
the hand?
no.
I mean,
Okay.
the hand is right at the center of light. So
What's your passive perception?
Passive is. Why can't I find it on this sheet? There. 19.
19. Yeah, you would have noticed that. You with the passive perception is 19 for the most part. Things don't typically escape your sight.
Yeah. I'm just going to make a mental note.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you guys move forward, you can see, based on the walls of the cavern next to you, that you're coming into what looks like an intersection, and the walls slope off to the right and to the left. I need to. It wasn't really quick. All right. So you guys do notice though that your feet are sliding as you're coming down. You don't need to make a check because it's not a huge. It's about 10 feet difference from where the floor ends down here to the chamber you came from. So a check isn't required for this one, but your feet are kind of sliding. So like I said, it is difficult terrain. It's difficult to get around in here. Which way are you guys going to try to start going?
I would say let's go to
Stage
the map
right.
on the map's left side, from where I'm standing, my right hand side.
Okay.
So in this direction over here.
Can we
Okay.
really see anything down those halls or no?
No, not especially not with the visibility. So there's no light source other than the torch that Cassius is carrying, and the fog obscures it from really traveling very far. Your visibility is going to be limited to 10 to 15 feet based on where you're at.
Does the fog kind of fill the whole chamber? Or
It's
do I
not-
think I might be able to get above it?
It's not floor to ceiling. You could try to get up above it, but it is pretty high. It's probably, since the ceilings are 20 feet, it's probably somewhere between 8 to 10 feet of fog.
As a note of this, when I'll be moving around, it's going to be like kind of like when you know there's ice underneath you and you don't truly pick your foot up and step down. It's just sliding forward and keeping
Right.
very small, narrow steps.
Yeah. Okay.
Once we get here, I want to
Yeah.
try to climb this wall and see if I can see down the hallway a little bit.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
With mine or with the spider bonus?
I believe that when you keep your mental stats, right?
I think so. I just want to make sure I'm doing it right.
And you do still have dark vision.
Yeah. So if it's mine, it's a 26.
Okay. So you're able to see down a good distance down the chamber. You don't see anything.
Do you see kind of where it ends, maybe?
You see that it curves around both directions. It looks like you've entered sort of a circular shaped ring of corridor.
Okay.
And then Cassius, as you get there, why don't you... Crap, I'm trying to find something. That's what I need to do. I just need to make that a window so I can pop back to it when I need to.
Oyaviggaton, this, what did you cast on me? Spider crawl or something like that?
Spider climb.
Spider climb. How long does that last?
Let me look.
As he says, standing on the ceiling.
Yeah, right.
1 hour.
Oh, wow.
So you are able to also walk on the walls and ceiling, Hagrid. However, it is still difficult terrain.
It's same speed as your walking speed.
Yep. Cassius, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me, sir.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is not going to be good. That is 13, 9 plus 4.
13? Okay.
Being
You're
real
able-
average today.
You're able to sort of sense through the mist that something isn't quite right, and you instinctively take a step back just as a large club smashes the ground in front of you. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Ah. Oh, good. I'm going last.
It's another pedestrian roll on my part.
Whew, not as pedestrian as theirs.
I think I'm going last because I'm up on the ceiling.
Where's my pencil? There it is. Okay.
It would be great if we were missing an N in front of all those trolls. Just make them nice trolls instead of ice troll.
Nice troll, man. And then Crispin also rolls.
Maybe there's
All
a
right.
spell for that.
Hey, excuse me, Mr. Nice Troll. Do you know where this dragon is that we can talk to? Oh, it's right over this way.
Oh, by the way, Cassius, while you guys are moving down the chamber, go ahead and take another 10 hit points back.
Nice. I'm at 89 hit points.
All right.
You said we all take hit points back?
No,
No.
I only made
Oh.
because I have a healing effect on.
That's what I thought. I was just like, wait. He's healing all of us?
Nope, just me. Fuck you. This game would not be very fun if I just sit there. It's like as soon as I fall off the ladder, we're never taking damage again.
Oyaviggaton, if you do need some hit points back, I can gladly give you some from my healing pool.
I'm good for now, so save that. I'm barely hurt, so.
Oyaviggaton, yours was BAD bad, but guess what?
I rolled a 1, so.
Guess what, man?
Yeah.
Trolls don't have a lot of dexterity, bro.
Slip and slide.
Okay.
Well, I'm hoping I might be out of their reach on the ceiling.
It'd be a great time for you to cast Web, Spider Boy.
Good point.
Oh, I'm going to. Do I get to choose where it comes from?
I don't
Nope, has to be your butt.
know. Yeah. I don't know. Do spiders get to choose how they make their webbing?
I don't know. I never asked one.
Okay. So as as the club smashes down. Tony, you are the person who is least caught off guard by this. You're up first.
Oh, it's almost like I know this shit. I would like to rage.
And as you do such, you rage.
Does he always get that angry?
Yes.
That's his secret.
And I'll go right there.
Okay.
I thought I was the monster.
Let's see here. I have to figure out how to barbarian again.
You hit things with your axe and they get hurt.
I do have reckless, don't I?
If it makes you feel better, Mike, it's not like we really figured it out during or the Dragon Queen.
Yes, you do have the ability to do a reckless attack where you get advantage on your attacks, but attacks against you have advantage until your next turn.
Screw it. Let's do that. I'm gonna go after this ice troll with both of my attacks. Holy fuck balls. The first one was dual 4s. How about a... Well, let's see here. That was... The first one was 4 plus 7, so I'm looking at 11.
Nope.
And the next one is 23.
That one will hit.
Alright. So I get a D12 plus 3 plus an additional D4. Alright, 4, 6 damage total.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's all I can do.
All right. That brings us to Swaggy Hagrid.
All right.
And you do see, so you see, thanks to Cassius's torch, you see Tony fighting with an ice troll, and you also see one in front of you.
Gotcha.
I'm assuming, like, how much light does the torch provide? Is there a certain radius?
Yeah, the radius is more than what you'll actually be able to see because of the fog.
Okay, well, so just to let to give people an idea of where they can see the light, how big would that aura effect be?
Basically, what you can see. So, like everywhere that you can see is illuminated fog or something that you can see.
All right, because I was just going to put an aura so that people can be a certain distance around me and know that they can see. But if you just put up the map, then you put up the map.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to use my bonus action to Hunter's Mark that ice troll in front of me.
Okay.
And then I want to try to melee it.
Give it a shot.
Gosh, that's 18.
18 will hit.
I was just reading up on Hunter's Mark. It's been a long time since I've paladined.
Yeah.
I didn't know paladins had Hunter's Mark.
Paladins have many things.
But yeah, paladins have a pretty good pool of spells to choose from.
Just checking to make sure I have a good grasp on all my damage I can do here. That is 12 bludgeoning and 6. Extra damage for Hunter's Mark.
How much from the Hunter's Mark, sorry?
6.
6, okay. Alrighty. That's going to bring us to... Well, are you done, Hagrid? You get an extra attack, right?
Yeah. Is that every time, or...?
Yeah, every time. So you, as a paladin, you have what's called extra attack. So whenever you take the attack action, you attack twice instead of once.
Sweet. I'm not going to give that up. Oh, a nat 2-0, baby.
Yeah!
Swagrid strikes again.
Oh, boy, that's 4 plus 4. Only 8 bludgeoning for the attack itself, and only 1 for the Hunter's Mark this time.
Both of those should be doubled.
Okay, 2 for Hunter's Mark, and I actually rolled a 2 for my damage, so I already doubled out.
Did Did you pump some Divine Smite into that?
I think he's out of spell slots.
That's a cleric thing.
No. Divine Smite is a paladin thing.
Oh, that's right. Divine Smite, not
Because those would be doubled as well.
Divine Strike. Yeah.
Do you have spell slots left over after your fight with Orca Heart?
And we're not able to use magic in those fights.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I got all my spell slots left. Yeah, let's use one smite at first level. Sorry, I'm looking for a die here. That's an additional 9 radiant.
And
Okay.
that's double 2. That's double 2.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
All dice rolls.
How about my attack bonuses then? Does that
Attack. So your attack bonuses aren't, but the dice values are always doubled on a crit.
damage bonus?
Right. Yeah. The damage bonus. So like your +4 or whatever based on your strength. That doesn't get bumped up by the crit, but the dice rolls do.
I didn't think it did, so I'm right on that. So that's the 18 rate.
Mhm.
Yep.
For smite.
All right. Sweet deal. So Crispin actually would have been up there. I haven't been moving him because I've been, juggling some shit. But anyway, so he is going to see, from where he is, he's going to take a step forward there. And he's going to help out Hagrid. He's going to use his, he uses a short bow. Yeah, he's going to use his short bow to shoot at the troll. And this doesn't have advantage, but it will be a sneak attack. Hagrid, I need you to take a step forward so you're actually within range of the troll for me, please. And then, what is his sneak attack damage? 46. Okay. All right. 10, 15 damage. Plus. Okay. So it's 21 damage to the ice troll. And that's going to be it for. Yep, that's going to be it for Crispin. So that brings us to Cassius.
All right, so I get the last hit point that damaged me before. And then I'm going to drop 9 HP, bringing me back down to 81. Let's see here. In order to give myself Rite of the Storm.
Okay.
And with Reconstruction in, I can only move 2 squares. This is going to be fun. So I'll do this right there, and I'll attack the nice troll.
Okay.
And my bonus for that is +8, so that's a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Okay, so that's a D8 plus a D6 plus 6. That is going to be 7 plus 6, 13 piercing damage and 2 lightning damage.
Okay. All right. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Leovan, you're up. And you are... you said you're on the ceiling where you're at?
Like the top of the wall by the ceiling, because I was looking around.
Okay. So you're about 20 feet up, which is going to put you at like 13 feet above the troll.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I could have attacked again. Damn it. It's too late.
I'm going to web the nice troll right here. So, 17 to hit.
Bear. It's just people moving. Chill out, man. 17 will hit.
So now he's restrained.
Okay.
So And then I'm going to jump down and bite him. Can I do that? Wait, no, I only get one attack. One action.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to stay up there.
Okay. All right. That brings us to... So, these guys are going to... Let's see what they're... Okay. They take off down the hallway.
When that happens, I'll say, no, wait, stop.
The trolls... So the troll that Tony hit will not regenerate health. But the one that Haggard and Crispin are fighting will. Oop, forgot about that. Okay, let's see here. So, the troll that Haggard's fighting, he's going to take an attack at you. So, get these out of the way. Makes 1 bite, 2 claw attacks. So, the claw attacks are both going to hit because the lowest roll was an 18. But the bite is going to miss.
They have more than +3, or at least +3 for their modifier.
Yes. All right. Ooh, okay. So that's 9 damage from the first claw attack, and then you're going to take 29 damage from the second one.
Jeepers.
And then the other troll is going to make his strength check to try to break out of the webbing. That's going to be a 17 plus some stuff. So he breaks out of that successfully, but that's the end of his turn, which is going to bring us back up to Tony.
All right, let's try this reckless attack again. Okay, how about a 15?
15 will hit.
All right. That is 16 damage.
Okay.
And second attack on him. Dual 3s, so total of 10. I think I need to pick new dice for Tony. I'm done.
All right. Hagrid is up, I believe. Yes.
Is an ice troll considered humanoid?
No. Well, no. Why do you ask?
Cold person.
Ah. No, it would need to be hold monster for that one.
Kind of what sorry about this. All right, so I'm going to try to make a ranged attack with my bison head ring.
Okay. It'll be at disadvantage since you're in tight with the troll.
So 13 plus. Well, do I get anything modifiers on it?
Yeah, it would be your spell attack bonus.
So 21 then.
That'll hit.
Wow. 15 radiant damage from that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to melee. That is an adjusted 20. No, I'm sorry, 24.
Okay, that'll hit.
And then using Divine Smite at the 3rd level. And so the initial damage is 10 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then the divine smite is 19.
Okay.
And then extra attack that's a 19.
That'll hit.
And I think I'll use Divine Smite again at the 1st level only.
Okay.
So that's 12 bludgeoning and 8 radiant.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 radiant.
All right. You down the ice troll.
Wow. I guess I'll use some movement. I can still do that, right?
Yep. It's difficult terrain, so it's half speed.
It's right there then. That's 15. All right, that's it for me.
All right. That's going to bring us to Crispin, and he's going to fire off another attack with his short bow. But I think that one's going to miss. Yep, that one's going to miss, but just by a little bit. All right. Then it is Cassius's turn.
All right, so what I'm going to do is start off remembering that I can make 2 rapier attacks and go into town on that ice troll.
Okay.
So first attack will be an 11 plus 8, so it should be a 19, making sure I have that right before I continue on. That's true. So that one will be D8 plus D6 plus 6. And that's terrible. So that will be 8 piercing damage and 1 lightning damage. And now for my second strike here. Natural 17 plus 8, which will end up being a 25. And roll better this time, douchebag. Much better. That is actually max damage. That will be 14 piercing damage and 6 lightning damage.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I will sit there and I'm not trying to hit him. I'm just going to sit there because you know what? What else can I do? Let's get him away from me and wave the torch right through, right at head level. Not trying to hit him at all. Just see if I can wave him back.
Okay.
If you need me to roll anything, go ahead.
Go ahead and make a intimidation check with advantage.
Intimidation check with my advantage because of my blistery hand.
Because it's gross.
Mm-hmm. Neither of those are good. If it's charisma based, because I rolled a 7 and a 6 and I have a -1 modifier.
Okay.
So 5.
All right, we'll see what happens.
He was it's like I waved 5 fires at him.
All right, Leovan, you're up. You're still
All right.
up on the ceiling,
Yep,
crook
I'm
of the wall thing.
jumping down and biting this guy.
Okay. Go ahead and make a acrobatics check for me.
Let's see. Acrobatics is dexterity, right? Strength. Which is it?
Acrobatics is dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then it is 19.
19. Okay. You are able to land on him, but you will take 1 point of fall damage.
Okay.
Because it was like 13 feet, like I said. To
Yeah,
get
no,
to
that's a
him.
ways. That's fine. And then to bite him, a 13 to hit.
13 will miss.
Okay.
Is that it for you?
On him. I'm just on him.
Okay. All right. So because of Tony's successful ice attack or fire attack, again. The troll does not regenerate health again. The attempt of Dr. Hold to catch the troll off guard does little more than catch the attention of the troll. So the troll kind of starts to take a half a step back, and then he steps forward and roars at you, Cassius. And he's going to make a multi-attack against you.
Oh, I wouldn't like him when he's angry.
All right. Will a 10 or an 11 hit you?
Neither.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so. So you're just going to get bit.
Sounds like it's gonna hurt. Yeah, let's go bite the fire. This is a good thing. This isn't something a nice troll would do.
No, it's not. And that's going to be 9 damage.
9 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
And then that brings us back up to Tony.
Alright, time to rinse and repeat the catastrophic failures of reckless attacks. Okay, there's something stupid going on today because I just rolled double 12s on different dice.
I don't know, man.
But that
Oh, it's so stupid that you hit.
comes to a total of 19.
That will hit.
Alright.
Welcome to my dice rolling world.
Welcome to my dice.
6 for the first one, and let's roll for the second one.
A total of 6 between the slashing and fire.
Yep.
Okay.
And next one is going to be a... Oh, sorry. 25.
That'll hit.
Alright, so that is 9 damage.
Okay.
What exactly do you roll for burp damage anyway?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Alright, make him
All right. Hagrid, you're up.
catching up with me.
Do you hear me, Hagrid?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
You're up.
This echoing on this end is getting really bad.
Sorry. Is anyone else hearing an echo at all?
No.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just my shitty internet.
I was having one, and I noticed that in the settings for this game, I had received voice and video from players set.
Oh. Is anyone broadcasting video and voice?
You.
No, I'm video only.
I was getting voice from you also.
I'm video only, receiving and broadcasting nothing.
I was both. This better?
Yeah, do you still hear it, Dad?
I'm not sure. I don't hear myself right now. That's a good thing.
Okay. It might have taken care of it. We'll see.
Okay. Well, I did change the setting like Mike suggested anyway, so
Okay.
that helps too.
Cool.
All right. So I'm up.
Yes, you're up.
Let's do the bison head ring thing again.
Okay. Straight roll this time.
Ouch. That's only a 12.
12 will miss. How many charges do you have remaining on that, Hagrid?
Let's see, I have 4 available. I just used 2.
Okay. Sounds good. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
Yeah, I suppose I'll move in and attempt to melee the creature.
Okay.
So that's a 19.
That'll hit.
And 7 bludgeoning.
All right.
My extra attack is a critical fail.
Oof, yikes. Okay. All right, so you get one swing off, but as you try to swing again, the troll actually catches your sword, and he's gonna shove you a little bit with it. So go ahead. You're gonna slide 5 feet back, Hagrid.
Does this
I still have spider climb or crawl or whatever it is?
Yeah, I believe that's still active.
does this technically count as a aggressive motion against a friendly character?
No, because this was the result of a critical fail.
Okay.
I see what you're doing, though.
All right, so I get shoved back 5, you said?
Yeah. All right. Crispin's up. He's going to, again, he's going to try to take a shot with his short bow. He doesn't want to get in there against this thing. That's going to hit, though. So that's going to be some D6s here. Not a lot of good ones, though.
It's almost like he's got the feet shit weapons master.
So it's 22 points of damage. All right. Cassius, you're up.
All right. The first one that I want to do is I'm going to get a little bit deeper into the cave here, and if I'm in the right flipping part of the game, I can move my token. Take my 5 free HP for reconstruction, and I'm going to use my rapier to try to pierce and pin the ice troll's like calf into the ice with my first attack.
Okay.
And nope, that's not happening. That's a nat 1.
Okay.
I still have extra attack, but let's resolve that before I move on.
Go ahead and do your extra attack first.
Okay. Next one's a natural 11, which becomes a 19.
That one will hit.
All right. And that one's still trying to pierce the ice troll's leg into the ice. That will be 3 plus 6, 9 piercing damage and 1 lightning damage.
All right. So as your first strike, basically just glances off the troll's shin, you start to fall, and as you're falling, you are able to get off another swing with your rapier and cook the troll a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Smells a little toasty.
Nice.
All right. So.
And then with my bonus action,
He died.
No. He died?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sweet. With my bonus action, I'll exclaim, and we did it.
We did it. All right. So, that was the end of that fight. You don't see any sign of the ice toads. They have absconded.
Shit. Everybody knows we're going to be here now. All right.
All right. So, which direction would you guys like to head now? You saw that the toads went off that way, but you have no idea what's in that direction.
I'm chasing toads.
Follow the toads.
You guys want to follow toads?
I have no disagreements with this.
Okay.
Monty!
I'm just moving very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're just nice toads.
From where I'm standing,
Mhm.
Do I notice any, like, kind of like the Sky Castle from Hoard of the Dragon Queen, do we see any elevation change with the ice at all?
Yes, actually. The ice from the chamber you guys came into to where you fought the trolls, there was a 10-foot sort of ramp there.
Up or down.
And this is another the dark blue that Tony and Laven are on that you're right next to, Cassius, is another sort of 10-foot decline. Again, it's only one level. Like if it was like basically if it goes from if it's a 10-foot decline, that's okay, but if it's 20 or more, that's when you guys have to start to worry about that.
Still moving super slowly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think
Because it's almost like that's the potion I took.
Took the potion of sloth.
In order to regenerate health at the start of my turn, I have to sacrifice movement.
That's not too bad.
Yep. Which normally isn't that bad, but difficult terrain and on top of it.
You're like very, very slow.
Yes. It like the entire idea is it's like I'm just constantly slipping like I'm in a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Like I'm moving around. I haven't started running yet.
Is this a dead end?
No, it is not a dead end. So you guys see that the path goes off to the right, and up ahead you see that the corridor goes sharply upwards. So Tony, Cassius, Crispin, you guys would not be able to traverse that. However, Laven in his spider form and Hagrid would be able to climb up that. But without climbing gear, the rest of the party would be stuck down here.
So I realized I had been screwing up while raging. I wasn't adding my +3 to damage.
Look, man, I can't help it. You're dumb.
Screw the slippy slope.
I mean, we probably should check that room off.
I can't get up there. I don't care.
Check which room off? The slopey one?
The one up there, because if somebody gets like, if I ran this cavern, I would absolutely love it if someone passed that room up. We had people hidden up there, and now we can pincer attack people.
Yeah, where did those other two idiots run to?
You have no idea.
Because I mean, here's the thing: we have to check every possible inch of this place because there are people here that know we're here. So we went from having the drop on them to them having the drop on us. We got to be smart about this.
All right, go Spider-Man.
So split the party?
I mean, if Tony wants to go, but I'm asking you
I
and
don't think
Hagrid.
Tony can make it.
Nope.
Yeah. I'm going to hang out here. You guys just go check up there, see if there's anyone. If there is, draw them down. We'll fight them here all together. If not, just status report.
All right.
Just do you still have your your torch thing going?
Yes.
How far away can I get from you before I no longer can benefit from its effects?
If you just need to take the torch, that's fine. It's more important seeing what you see than what I already know is here.
Oh, okay. It's just I didn't know if it was a magical kind of thing or
The magic of science.
Just a nice torch lit in a brazier.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
It's not a brazier that's on fire.
It's not a flaming bra. Sorry,
As
guys.
as I hand over the portable brazier. Oh, I'm sorry, the torch.
So I walk
I
up
hate you guys.
this way.
The other direction, Hagrid.
Oh, that was. Why is Tony going that way then? If we're
Well, you know Tony.
He can't make it up.
Yeah, I can't get up the slope.
Tony's ragely sliding, like, he's taking like a half a step up and then sliding back down.
So hold up. This is the one to the north that we can traverse.
Yes.
To the west is the one we can't. Okay.
Correct.
Sweet.
All right.
I'm on guard duty.
Laven and Hagrid, you guys are able to, via your spidery legs or your magically spidery legs, it takes you some time because it's a 20-foot elevation change. It's essentially like double difficult terrain. So it takes you guys a few minutes to get up there, but you are able to get up the terrain, and you see another split in the path.
Oh, great.
yes.
South together or split it up?
I'm lighting things up as Hagrid moves, basically.
I can't really talk, so.
That's true. You're just making weird clicky noises when you're, sort of like rubbing your pincers together. It's quite disgusting.
I guess since we're both right here, we might as well just keep going this way.
Okay.
I'd hate to really split up at this point in time.
So as you guys enter this room, you find another dimly lit brazier. And you see, give me a second, I'll pull up the room description here.
Is it too late to say I'm in stealth?
Yes.
Okay.
So you see this chamber is empty except for the small brazier and 3 bundles of rolled up sealskins sitting where a ladder descends from a chute in the ceiling. And a bed of piled furs arranged, and you see you hear actually coughing coming from the pile of furs in the bed.
Yeah, just a sick guy, nothing to see there.
I'm gonna approach closer,
Okay.
see if I can't figure out where the coughing's coming from and who's making it.
So yeah, as you enter the room, and you can the movement of your torch, you can hear that sound. So the person in the pile is calls out, "Who's there?"
I make gross spider clicky sounds.
What the fuck is that?
Who's asking?
I asked you first.
Fair enough. I can be your savior or I can be your doom. Tell me who you are.
My name is Mend Nets.
And
Gesundheit.
what exactly are you doing here? And I sure hope that cough isn't contagious.
Go ahead and Hagrid make a medicine check.
I'd have better advantage if I were a cleric right now.
Yeah.
It's only a 4.
Okay. He calls out, I'm not contagious, but there's nothing more Bone Carver can do for me.
So you're dying then.
Sort of.
Way to rip off that Band-Aid.
Well, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same.
Is this a hospital or a sick bed or sick bay or something like that?
This is where we put our sick when they're beyond Bone Carver's healing abilities. It's it's warmer down here than in the village.
So what did you do when you were back up in the village?
I was a fisherman.
I forgot that these are the race of people called ice fishermen. Just ice everything in this world.
He was a fisherman, and his name is Mend Nets.
Oh, I didn't hear the end part. I just heard Medness.
Oh, sorry. Here.
There's a guy at work whose last name is that, so I just assumed that was a weird coincidence.
Does the guy at work also mend nets?
He might. I don't care.
I might as well have changed this guy's name to Thatcher.
Now that I would have gotten. All right. Well, if I don't see anything here that can be any use of us to us, other than maybe grabbing another razor, because I don't really care if he lives or dies.
Yeah, I just want to crawl around and see if I can find anything.
I've never heard a spider be quizzical before.
Go ahead and make an investigation check, Laven. And Hagrid, what are you talking? You want to steal a brazier?
Take is a better word.
13.
Go ahead and make a strength check, Hagrid. A 13, you said, Laven?
Yeah.
All you find are the furs that Mendnets is laying on, and some rolled up seal skins. Just basic, really bare bones storage. Nothing really of note.
I think this is weird that it's just a big room for one guy who's dying.
Go ahead and make a medicine check. Hagrid, what was your strength check?
I'm not going to take the razor.
It's very heavy. Despite it being small, it's it's a big stone
we have
bowl.
another one, right?
Well, you have a torch. The torch was lit in the brazier.
Medicine, natural 20.
Okay.
On
Turns
top
out
of
he's got bonitis.
I got a big bonus. Too.
So yeah, well, you have heard of this happening in small villages where there's no clerics or real doctors, so to speak. People who suffer disease or injury beyond the healing abilities of the shaman are basically left in areas where they'll be out of the way in order for them to heal. And as Mendnet said here, it was negative 20 degrees outside on the glacier. Down here, it's 20 degrees. So within a relative sense, it is much warmer down here, and therefore much more conducive to healing and wellness.
Can I tell what's wrong with him? Like, is it pretty straightforward? Like, nothing we can do anything about?
He's basically got like bronchitis of sorts. Like it's not deadly. He's not going to like cough, plague on you guys or anything like that. But
is he like resigned to death here?
No.
Or is it something we might be able to help with?
Do you, by any chance, know the spell Lesser Restoration?
I do, I think.
If you do, there may be something you can do for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to...
The magical healing giant spider.
I'm going to go back to my normal self. And then...
What the fuck?
I make a weird spider clicking sound, even though I'm not a spider. And then I'm...
Hey, guys, is anything going on over there? There. I'm hearing coughing.
I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Okay. His cough does subside. And he kind of stands up. He's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. I feel I can breathe again. Look, I won't. I don't know who you are, But all I can really hope is that you're here to take care of these goddamn kobolds.
I like killing those.
There are kobolds and ice toads that live in the cave, and like they're disgusting creatures. And the toads aren't so bad because they ignore us for the most part. But the kobolds, they are always trying to take our things and present it to a Rothater. It's not enough that we have to live in fealty to this dragon, but we've got his cronies trying to take our shit.
Do you happen to know where they are?
Let's see.
Sounds like you're not confident.
Hang on, I was reading to see what he knows. So he knows of.
If I had to take a guess, it's from where the dragon screams are. Right?
He knows about the chamber you guys came down into, the one you guys are right next to. He knows about that one, not the one that. The one that the party is next to, and he knows about the next chamber over, the one back here. He tells you that's the larder. And the chamber down the slope is one of Rothader's trophy rooms.
You said larder?
Yeah.
Am I the only one that doesn't know what that is?
Oh, okay. It's like where food is stored.
Oh. Okay. And you said there's a ladder in this room?
Yeah, the ladder goes up. It goes up to the town hall. It's an entrance that this is where Cassius saw people. The building that he saw people going in and out of when you guys were surrounded by the villagers. The building is right above where you guys are now.
So Mennets, are you just going to go back to the village now, or would you care to come around with us and help take care of these kobolds?
I am a simple villager. I think that the ice toads are disgusting, and I don't want to be anywhere near them. And the trolls in this cave are terrifying. A couple times I woken up to see them peering in from the hallway at me. They're waiting for me to die so they could eat me. Like this place, I don't want to be down here.
Fair enough.
I just want to go back to my family.
Ooh, about that. Oh, I'm not here.
I will tell you. The creatures in this cave have been warned of your presence.
So they know we're coming.
All right, so we're just gonna leave him here. He can climb back up to the village if he wants, right?
Are you gonna?
I feel great. I could climb that ladder 48 times in a row without even breaking a sweat.
Are you gonna just leave and go about your business, or are you gonna tell people about us?
I don't know what there is to tell. You are a spider and a person. I don't get it. This guy is huge, but they already know you're down here, and I'm assuming it's because some people from the village told them. So I don't know who I would even tell. Seems like everybody knows.
Just making sure.
I just want to go back to work. These fish aren't going to jump in our mouths there ourselves. Wouldn't want to eat them fresh anyway. Have you tried the fish? It tastes fantastic if you just let it sit for a while.
So what's with this eating old fish thing?
It just tastes better. That it's like fresh fish is bland. The way we eat
usually
it's got
poisonous?
this nice little tang to it. Poisonous? No.
Does it come that way, or do you guys add that?
I don't know anything about that. It's not poisonous to eat it. Everybody eats it. the children, the women, the men, the elderly. We feed it to the dogs.
All right. Should we go check out the other passage, or should we just go back to the guys and tell them what we've seen so far?
Let's go tell the guys and decide what to do from there. Can you drag the brazier back to the slope, maybe?
I think I can just take the torch, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm thinking maybe we could, like... I don't know if it's going to do any good. I was thinking if we could, like, melt the path a little bit.
So you want to take the glass smooth ice and make it wet?
I'm trying to... If we could, like, level it off with fire.
Water slide. Water slide.
We should just push it down the slope at them, like playing shuffleboard, and see how many can knock down.
Yep. While this is going on, I just go up to Tony. It's like, by the way, Tony, do you want to play a card game? So inside this deck is cards of 4 colors. You've got red, black, blue, and yellow. If the card is red or black, you have to give me a gold piece. If it's blue or yellow, I give you a gold piece.
How about I smash you and just take your gold pieces?
Oh, the old Tony's back.
That's not very sporting of you. I thought warrior people sat there and believed in beating people through skill, as opposed to just sitting there and being an angry douchebag.
Exactly, beating you with my skills.
Yeah, but the game here is different than war. Not everything can be solved just by hitting it with an axe.
You underestimate my axe.
I underestimate very many things about you.
I forgot I can do produce flame.
Mm-hmm.
So for the sake of people who can't see, I'm going to do that and hold up my flame.
Okay.
All this goes around. It's like, Crispin, would you play this game? We've got time to kill. And
yeah, I'd play.
all right. So, I'm not even going to look at the cards. You have to tell me. I am red and black. You are blue and yellow. What color is this card?
Black.
I'm sorry. You got to pay me. What about this one right here?
Black.
I'm doing great today. And this one?
Black. I don't think I want to play anymore.
Beat him with your skills.
Take your 3 gold.
and I just sit there. I was like, we'll call this a free session to help you learn the game. And I just close his hand over the 3 gold.
Thank you.
How about a bottle of Crispin Rain instead?
Oh, I would love some wine right now if only we had any.
All right. So, Laven and Hagrid. I would like you guys to make a acrobatics check with advantage.
Acrobatics.
17.
22.
Okay. You guys are able to make it down the slope without any issues.
Okay. I want to tell the rest of the party that we ran into this guy. I'm still not exactly sure what he does in the village, but he seems to know that every creature in this labyrinth of cavern has been alerted to our presence.
Well, shit. Well, I guess you can't play cards for gold anymore.
At least now it'll be a fair fight.
Yeah, that's what sucks. Is it's a fair fight.
How much longer do we have on this spider thing, and should we go check out that other passage anyway?
I'll say at this point the oh, actually, Laven, I'm sorry. Never mind. That's my bad because I forgot it. But you didn't have that advantage anymore. Hagrid, your spider climb spell is coming to a close in the next couple minutes here.
Okay, forget it then.
Well,
that will remain unexplored right now.
Yeah, we'll circle back to that one, I guess. All right. Who would like to lead us into the next great unknown?
Forward.
So are we still walking around in like this foggy crap?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, I pull everybody aside. I was like, what do you all see in him?
I don't really know. He just sort of showed up with the rest of us.
Yeah, he seems like a guy who's going to get us all killed.
Well, you can't choose your friends.
What?
You idiots, I can still hear you.
I'm surprised. I'm genuinely surprised.
It's a cavern of ice. It echoes pretty bad.
I thought that by using words that had more than 4 letters in it, you would have been lost on all of this.
Ha! Unbeknownst to you, I know 5 letters.
Wonderful.
Oh.
So, as you guys enter this chamber and make your way around, nothing here tries to fight you. But you see, okay. So the mist in this room is a little bit lower. Like it's still there, but it's lower to the ground. And you're able to see into the room. And the first thing you see is about 60 feet into the room. So like from where you guys are near the back here, you can see what looks like the silhouette of a frost giant.
This is concerning.
Perception check.
Go ahead.
Oh, really?
Let's see here. That is 13.
Yeah, it looks like a frost giant.
Okay.
As soon as I make this realization, just all the cards I have just spill out.
I would like to look at his cards and see if they're all black.
Nope, not all of them are black.
The majority.
About half.
Does the room seem empty other than that?
As you look around, you can see some other frost giant figures.
So we're talking multiple frost giants.
Yes. Hagrid, as you move forward a little bit there, and Tony too, as you move into the room, you can see that the figure is easily mistakable for. Sorry, no, it's it is a living frost giant standing perfectly still.
So it's alive and just standing still.
Perfectly still.
As to camouflage itself, or because we haven't done anything to initiate it yet?
You don't know.
So, guys, what's the play? I've only read about these.
How many are there total?
You see roughly 12. As best you can discern.
Should probably have somebody with more tact talk to them than me.
I don't know
Dr. Hole.
anybody who has more tact than you, Tony.
All right, I'll do it.
Dr. Hole, why don't you make an intelligence check for me? Just straight intelligence.
Let's see here. That is a 18 plus my intelligence modifier, 19.
Okay. Something seems a little off to you.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, this chamber has no light in it other than the light that you guys carry with you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, why would 12 frost giants be standing stone still? Like, they're not doing anything. They're just standing.
This is, forgive the poor pun and what just poisoned all of everybody but me, but there's something fishy going on here. Are there any loose chunks of ice around?
There are not. Having gone around as far as you have in this ice cave so far.
Just something throwable.
No. Everything is like immaculately kept here.
At this point, I'll pull out a copper piece, and I toss it to Tony. It's like, Tony, throw at the ice giants. I think something's up.
All right, I'm doing it.
Nice knowing you guys.
Leovan and Hagrid, go ahead and make a intelligence check as well, please.
Where's currency on this?
That's in your equipment section.
Cool.
I've been muted for like a couple minutes, apparently.
Oh, okay.
I said some things in there.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. Nothing important. I was just going to do something stupid.
Oh, by all means.
16 intelligence check, though.
Okay. I am doing the Mercer thing. I am getting up and I am walking over to Hagrid to whisper something to him. So Hagrid, make sure your chat's open because I'm going to tell you something.
I'm planning to, as Tony throws the copper piece, to throw my flame at it.
And make the copper piece explode or the giant explode?
Make the copper all hot.
Okay. Go ahead, Laven, and make a ranged spell attack with your produce flame.
Okay, ranged. That is a 22.
Okay. You are able to hit the copper in the air. It does alter the trajectory a little bit, and you see a faintly orange glowing coin flip off towards the back of the room. And you hear it hit the ground and kind of skip once before it stops moving due to the heat embedding it in the ice.
Well, that's not something I thought I'd see.
So apparently, I'm supposed to remember that fisherman guy said something about some of these chambers being trophy rooms for something. So now I'm wondering what could make a frost giant do a trophy.
Part of what I've read is that long before any of us were even a civilization, let alone our individual lives alive, dragons and giants have had quite a vendetta against each other. We know we're nearing the lair of a dragon. It would not be surprised that it holds fallen enemies in front of us. I think this might be... I didn't realize dragons like taxidermy, but apparently this one's a fan of it. Or at least, based off of what you're seeing, what I'm seeing is the best hypothesis I can create right now.
All right, I'm going to go investigate. Sounds like trophies to me.
I want to make one of them smell a skunk.
One of who?
These trophies. Just in case they're like alive.
Well, hold that thought, Laven. Tony, as you go around, you notice that the giants are frozen into crystal clear ice walls. They're dead and frozen. As you get closer, you see torn armor and awful claw wounds in pale blue flesh. The hall displays the bodies of 8 frost giants, 1 fire giant, and 1 cloud giant. perfectly preserved in the walls, much like what you guys saw when you were coming into Oyaviggaton with the adventurers and some of the ice hunters frozen in the side of the glacier.
Yep, guys, they're definitely dead and frozen and of no consequence to us.
I thought somebody thought they were alive.
We just saw frozen frost giants.
Yeah, from very far away, you couldn't tell. Basically, you could see the silhouette of a frost giant.
Gotcha.
And then as you got closer, you could see it was in fact a frost giant, and it was just moving. Or it was perfectly still, and then you guys, understandably, went into like full-blown panic mode.
Anything else of interest in this room?
Nope.
There's
Just
a copper coin buried beneath the ice.
How far buried is it?
It's not buried. It's sitting now at this point in a very small pool of water.
All right, I'm picking it up and putting it in my pocket.
All right, you have 1 copper piece.
How did these things work out for him?
That's exactly why they keep me around.
Also, guys, I apologize before. So, even those of you without spider climb, you guys can go up that.
The slope?
Yeah, you guys can climb up the slope. It's just be very difficult.
I say we go down the other path.
Yeah, I mean, even with my slower movement here, it's not a risk I think is smart.
Going up the slope?
With as slow as I move, there's no way I'll get enough momentum if I have to sit there and do something quickly.
I'll tie you to a rope and just drag you up.
That's fair. I just imagine that all you guys are about as helpful as the dumb one over here.
I want to...
I've definitely moved myself away, and I'm going down the other path.
Tony, you are wandering around blind.
That explains why I kept running into the wall.
Yeah, it's pitch black, and you are in complete fog. So yeah, you take 6 bludgeoning damage from smashing into several walls along the way.
Guys, these walls are vicious.
How much does he look like Andrew WK from the Party Hard EP single? And there's just blood streaming down the front of his face, like he just broke his nose.
You wouldn't know because you've got a gnome lost to the fog.
I know. Cassius doesn't know. Come on, for me.
Quite similar.
I want to produce flame to melt some of this ice and try to make it into stairs. Can I do that on the slope? Or not really?
It would take you several days to
Okay,
make
several
it
days.
a couple feet up.
I've got rations and I've got time.
So I just want to try that for 2 minutes and then realize it's futile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for making one singular stair. I appreciate that.
It's like a foothold more than a stair.
Yeah.
Look, I'm feeding his confidence. He needs this.
I'm gonna strap my great axe to my back and take out my hand axes and want to climb up the slope, using them as handholds.
Don't forget this foothold.
Yep.
Now
okay.
Can I see his face?
Yes, and it is very bloodied, and the blood is freezing to his face. It's already that dark, really deep crimson, almost black color from it coagulating so quickly.
Like this piece of gold?
Yes, like that piece of gold. Tony, go ahead and make a dexterity check for me.
And I have done nothing to remove said blood.
And why would you? You don't bathe.
Yeah.
That is going to be a 15.
You make it a couple clacks up, and then your axe doesn't find solid purchase, and you slide back down.
I want to take out my hammer and crowbar and try using those as climbing tools.
Okay.
To get up the slope.
Okay.
It's I'm laying down and pulling myself up by the
Yeah.
crowbar and hammer.
go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Man, we should have bought pythons.
Dexterity. 15.
Same thing happens to you. You make it a little bit higher up because you are taller, so you started higher, but you end up sliding back down as well.
Hey, Hagrid, should we let them have their fun a little bit longer, or just tell them to go the other way?
Throw me. Throw me.
I'm always open for an excuse to throw him, so I'm going to pick him up and throw him.
I was talking
Okay.
to Hagrid.
You didn't specify.
Laven, make a strength check.
16.
Okay. Tony, make a dexterity check.
Okay.
I was hoping to roll like a 4.
Natural 1.
You take the opportunity of being thrown to start windmilling your hand axes around, just looking for purchase when you hit the slope, and you wind up hitting it, but it bounces off and hits you in the face, and you slide back down to Laven's feet again.
We're making progress. I made it higher that time.
I don't know how much longer I can watch this.
What else we got?
Turning around and going the other direction.
Fine.
I could
we'll go
use
the
another
other way.
spell slot.
We'll go look the other way.
Fine.
Oh, whoa! He listened. Is this the blood loss?
Who's holding the torch?
Hagrid and Laven.
All right, I'm gonna grab one of them and run the other way.
Well, you can't grab mine because it's just a fire on my hand.
Yeah.
And you can't grab Hagrid's because you can't jump that high.
I can try.
Does he burn his hand?
Does he fall like there's a banana peel and this is a cartoon?
It's like one of those gifs when a cat is trying to jump from like the top of a wardrobe to something else, and they jump and their feet slip and they go nowhere. That's what happens. Tony is just the pratfall king.
You know, unless the person would have taken socket damage by now.
Yes, a lesser man would have. But Tony is no man.
Mm-hmm.
He is a great Goliath.
I'm the greatest of Goliath.
The greatest 3-foot Goliath that the world ever did get cursed with.
Never done did see. Tell Mom to put the ironing board away.
Is this another fork?
Yes. So you see a small path going off to the right here, and then the corridor that you're in continues down.
So this way is probably more likely to lead us back to that other area where we were earlier.
You know, guys, I just realized we were given a map of these caves.
What you talking about?
As I pulled out the map of Oyaviggaton, that's currently in everybody's journal.
Yep.
Why didn't you tell me about this earlier?
Because I thought you knew when we all got handed this map.
This is the information that you were given by Bone Carver last session, as much as she knows about the ice caves.
Yep. Yeah, so I say we take the turn inside wise.
That's all it's going to do is always bring us back to where Red Nets was, and we have to follow the entire circuit around to get back to where we could not get to before.
Oh yeah, we should keep going.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Well, I mean, we can check out the other chambers if you want, but
I mean, based off of this, right now is thankfully everything we're in was just this giant circle. So, if
I just want to poke my head in here and see what I can see.
Okay. How do you go about doing that? Describe how you poke your head in.
I shuffle my feet with one hand on the wall
Mm-hmm.
and crane my neck around that way.
I'll follow kind of behind him, hopefully enough to let him be taking benefit from the torch that I'm holding.
I
Okay.
stand by the torch because I need that to see.
I've got fire in my hand.
Yeah, Laven also does have. He has a produce flame spell that he's maintaining in his hand.
Yeah, sorry.
But it's always nice to have the backup.
Also accurate, yeah.
So from where you are, Laven, go ahead and make a perception check for me, sir.
Need to be better at remembering these things. 24.
24. Okay, so you can see some on the floor. What looks to be like half-eaten fish heads, and what maybe is like a gnawed seal flipper. And you also hear coming from the fog within the room a number of give me a sec here. You hear a number of hushed voices speaking Draconic.
I quickly turn around and shuffle back.
Yeah,
go ahead.
being 10 feet behind Laven on this one, I do understand Draconic. Would I have witnessed that?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me. Laven, also please make a stealth check.
That is a 22, 16 plus 6. Wow, I finally made a character that can perceive.
You can... You hear very little based on your distance and their hushed tones. Okay, Laven, thank you. You think you hear something that sounds similar to the phrase, is that them? What should we do?
Well, boys, seems like it's time to ready our weapons. They're wondering whether or not they should go after us.
I'll be like,
They're still wondering, then maybe we can give them the chance to not attack us.
Yeah, they don't actually know for sure if we're even coming right now.
Yep.
We have the chance to take them by surprise, or we could just go around.
You know, if I wasn't worried that we were woefully outnumbered and we were probably going to die, there's a practical joke where I just shout in Draconic, "No, it's not. Everything's fine here. How's your day going?" But I feel like that's for a different station on a different planet. But yeah, if they're wondering, why don't we just give them the slip?
So what are you guys doing?
I'm all for avoiding combat.
As much as I don't want to die, I don't really want to leave a bunch of shit roaming around in here that we don't know about that can kill us.
Yeah, I think this might be our opportunity to get the drop on them before they come around and find us.
Well,
I go first?
I'd like to at least see what they are.
Pretty sure it's kobolds by the...
They were speaking Draconic, so...
They were speaking Draconic. The guy told us there are kobolds down here, and they were like mangled fish heads and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I limit my math on the weekends to adding up dice scores.
Well, allow me to sit here and say that that Dr. Druid over here is making a lot of sense.
Absolutely. I concur.
So I would like to move close enough where I'm going to stay back where they don't see me. And I'd like to use the dragon sight to see if I can spot them.
Let me look up what what the fuck you're talking about.
It's on the Black Dragon Mask. You gain dark vision with a radius of 60 feet or an additional 60 foot of dark vision if you already have that sense. Once per day, though, you can gain blind sight out to a range of 30 feet for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And you also
thanks
gave me
for
a
just
plus 3 AC
no.
bonus with this mask because you attuned it to me. So my AC is up to 20 now.
Oh my, we brought this right to a dragon's lair?
I don't see what the problem is.
Oh, we're fucking idiots is the problem.
Hey, I wasn't here for these choices. You guys made them. I just followed.
I need to... Oh, damn. Sorry, I need to take a look at that thing really quick. I was gonna find it.
Fucking amazing.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Now I need to figure out how blind sight works. Sorry. Like what that looks like. Okay. So blind sight is a little different than just being able to see as though nothing was stopping you from seeing. Your dark vision in the fog is not super duper helpful, but with the blind sight, you can see, Tony, you can make out that there are 12 smallish humanoid. By humanoid, I mean like sort of, bipedal man-shaped sort of things. There's a number of piles of furs that probably are making up some sort of makeshift bed. And you get the sense of using your blind sight. Essentially, you're able to see the smell coming off of the fish and seal flippers that you couldn't otherwise smell because of the fact that they're staying cold. It's just like rotting fish and seal flippers and 12 vaguely humanoid shapes in the room.
Alright guys, looks like there's about 12 of them and a whole bunch of rotting shit. So I think we could take them between us.
Tony, as you shout that back out into the hallway, you hear a stone ping off the wall over your head right there, and it goes skittering off into the hallway.
That little dude got us seen again.
They're throwing shit now.
I want to...
Well, Tony, go throw shit back.
Okay.
Is the rock at our feet?
It's like kind of like back here. Because
no.
everything's like, that sort of
Icy.
glassy ice, it just goes like sliding.
Well, I was just told by somebody to go fight things, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go fight things.
So he is the one that has the Black Dragon mask and the one thing the cult wants. We're fucked.
And you
As you're saying this, Cassius, it doesn't hurt you, but a rock comes sailing out of the room and smacks you in the side of the head.
Yeah, that's a perfect iteration of how this day is going. All right. Shall we join?
I'm going to shuffle forward to here.
All right. Hagrid, why don't you position yourself where you want to be?
Stealth shuffle.
And then we're going to roll initiative.
Not good.
Kobolds roll so well. They're the most capable monsters of all.
Dang, everybody rolled well.
I was joking. The kobolds rolled a 4. They suck.
Oh, good.
No, I mean, look at the party's rolls right now.
I know. Yeah, I saw that.
mine out.
All right. Laven, what's your initiative modifier?
4.
Haggard, what's your initiative modifier?
2.
All right, Laven, you go first over Haggard.
Okay.
Doctor. Oh, I need a roll for Crispin. All right, he got a 15, so he's going to go after you two. All right, Tony, you're going to be up first.
Okay. Alright, then I am going to rage myself. Scream in Draconic because of the mask that you are all going to die. And then I'm going after that one.
I'm assuming this also is difficult terrain.
Yes.
Damn.
And Reckless. Wow, what the fuck? That is 9 for the first one.
A 9 will miss.
This is highly improbable. That was doubles both on both sets of rolls again. That's 13.
A 13 will hit.
Okay. Alright. That is 3, 6, 9, 11 damage.
That kobold dies. Goes sliding against the back wall.
Alright. Then I want to finish my movement. 10, 15. So right about there should put me good. With disadvantage on movement.
Yep. All right. Doctor.
All right. So here's the fun part about never sheathing your weapon and not and the way the potions work. I still gain 5 life, but I only took 4 damage, so I'm actually maxed at 81 right now. And the good doctor is going to dash 10, 20, 30, 40 feet with the whole goal of just trying to see as much hate as he can get around himself as possible. I'm going to Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm done.
Okay. That brings us to Laven.
I'm going to cast Flame Blade. And then shuffle over to this fella.
Okay.
And slash at him.
Go for it.
So, Flame Blade is this.
You guys also notice that all of the kobolds are wearing like heavy winter furs and stuff. They're not adjusting to the cold well at all.
Does a 19 to hit?
Yes.
9, 13, 15 fire damage.
He dead. He's not cold anymore, but he's dead.
I mean, he's probably still cold.
He's cooling.
He's got some burns.
He just cares less about his vitals now.
Anything else, Laven?
I don't think I can do anything because I cast a spell as a bonus action and attacked. So,
okay.
Yep.
Hagrid.
I'm going to cast Misty Step.
Cool.
Move there. And I'm going to attack the kobold.
The kobold lets out like a shriek when you pop up in front of him. He's like,
And
That's draconic for uh-oh.
That's a 22.
that'll hit.
And that is 9 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And for my extra attack, same one. Oh, that's probably not going to hit at an 11.
That does not hit.
Okay, ends my turn.
All right. That brings us to Crispin Rain. He is going to step into the room, and he's going to loose an arrow at this kobold in the back. That's going to hit. Yep. For 8 damage. And that brings us to the kobolds. Tony, this one's going to step up here. Step there. Okay. All right. So we will resolve the melee range attacks first. All right. So Hagrid, there's 2 of them attacking you with their dagers. They're gonna dager you, or they're gonna try at least. One of them will hit with a natural 20. But it's okay. It's just a dagger. It's barely even sharp. Let's see. So that's 8 damage. Tony and Cassius are each getting 1.
For my attack, or the melee on me, I'm going to use Blood Curse of the Eyeless to force disadvantage on that attack.
Okay, he misses then.
Mm-hmm.
Unless an 8 hits you.
An 8 does not hit me.
I don't think so. All right, so then we've got kobolds making range attacks with their slings against one against Hagrid, one against Tony, one against Crispin, 2 against Cassius, and 1 against Leovan. So against Hagrid, that's going to miss. Against Crispin, that's going to miss. There's no way. 2 against Cassius. Those are going to miss. What's your AC, Cassius?
16.
Okay, yeah, that's going to miss. And then 1 against Leovan. That's going to miss too. So there's just stones pinging off the walls left and right. But that brings us back up to Tony.
All right, recklessly going after the one in front of me. All right. Will a total of 20 hit?
Yes.
All right. $15, 16 damage.
There's another one sliding.
All right. Well, then can I move and then make my second attack?
Yep.
5, 10. I'm gonna go after the one in front of Hagrid.
Okay.
Reckless.
And that's actually 20 feet of your movement, not 10 feet.
Oh yeah, I'm doubling it in my head. I can only go 15 because my movement's 35.
Gotcha.
Natural 20.
Hits.
Alright. So 6, 12, 15, 18. That's gonna end up being 24.
Yep, that kills him. He slides back into the kobold behind him, and the kobold just like shoves him down, and he just bleeds out.
I'm capable of.
All right, Leovan. Sorry, Cassius.
I will sit there and make 2 attacks at the kobold next to me.
Okay.
First one is a 14 plus 8, which I assume hits. Second one is a natural 20.
Okay.
So let's resolve the regular one first. That will be 10 piercing damage and 3 lightning damage. And now for the one that gets doubled. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 6 is 10 piercing damage. 3 times 2, 6 lightning damage.
Now, you've stabbed a lot of things with a rapier, Dr. Cassius, but this is the first time you've stabbed something in the shoulder and its arm just fell off.
My surgical skills are getting better. Too bad I'm an alchemist.
Anything else?
Does that kill the guy?
Yeah, you did.
All right.
He died from your first attack.
Sweet deal. Then I'll go. Since I've got 20 feet of movement, there's 10, 20. I'm done.
Oyaviggaton.
All right, so I'm gonna shuffle over to this fella and whack him with my flame blade, which is like a 27 to hit.
How much move speed do you have, Oyaviggaton?
35 normally, so half, right? So I was there.
Okay, yeah. I was just trying to figure out if there was a way for you to get there with your half speed. But okay, what did you say you were going to do to him? Sorry.
Flame blade.
Okay.
Oh,
27 to
okay,
hit.
that's it. I'm having a really hard time seeing what's dead and what's not because of red.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
19 fire damage.
all right, he's dead.
And then I am going to produce a flame and throw it at this fella. I can't. The bottom one.
Okay, this one there. Got it.
And I forget how to do that. 20 to hit.
20 will hit.
And I get that. Plus that.
So
11 fire damage.
How much?
11?
Okay. That's fine. I'm going to allow that one to happen this time, but it takes another action to hurl the flame, according to the spell.
Oh, okay.
Hagrid, you're up.
All right. Since Tony was gracious enough to dispatch the one directly to the west, I will attempt to melee the one to the north of that one.
Yeah. You just got to hit him.
That's only an 11.
That's close, but not quite.
Close but no cigar. All right. Extra attack becomes a 19.
That'll hit him. There's no way you don't kill him.
7 bludgeoning.
Yeah, he had one life left.
I figured.
One life to live.
Yeah.
All right. So even though Tony's probably going to be able to get there before I am I able to step over the carcass of that one?
Yeah, it's just difficult terrain, but everything's difficult terrain, so it's fine.
Okay. And I just stick out my tongue at him because that's all I can do right now.
Okay. Crispin is going to loose another arrow. That one's going to hit barely. But that's going to kill the guy finally. The kobolds are going to attack. So Hagrid, that one's going to try to make an attack against you with his dagger. But that's a woeful miss. Cassius, this guy's going to step up and try to attack you.
Good
Before
luck.
you try to attack him, I know you don't have Sentinel, or you don't have
Polar Master.
yeah, Polar
Yeah.
Master. That's a miss anyway.
I recognize my mistake from last week.
I'm acknowledging that I also recognize our mistake now.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for the kobolds. Tony, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna leave that one to Hagrid. Oh wait, no, never mind. The other one's dead. So yep, stepping right up next to Hagrid and going after him.
Do it.
Go get him, little buddy.
Recklessly, of course. So that is a 16 to hit.
Mhm.
First attack. So that is going to be 20 damage.
Well, okay. Yep, that's enough to kill him.
All right. So
I just put my left fist down to Tony before he leaves.
Little fist bump. Little Goliath bro fist bump.
Yep.
I know I can't see this, but how big is Tony's hand bigger or smaller than one single finger of Hagrid?
Bigger than. It's like a two fingers. Like
Okay.
Tony's whole fist is 2 fingers against Hagrid's.
Okay. So it's like I just got a new cousin in the family. If I try to fist bump him, it's literally just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm there. I'm with you guys.
Like fist bumping a toddler. Someone who just can figure out the concept of fist bump.
All right. I have concluded.
All right. That brings us to Doctor.
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 Doctor is going to. I'll make my first attack at the guy to my southwest.
Okay.
That is a 11, which I believe does not hit.
Correct.
So I'll throw my second attack at him. I got a little cocky. And this one is slightly better, a 7 + 8, 15.
That will hit. You've never been parried by a stupid lizard with a tiny dagger, but it just happened.
When that happens, I goes we've killed so many of your friends. Just die peacefully. And that will be once again 10 piercing damage and the full 6 lightning.
He between the parry and the follow-up stab, he shouts out, "The dragons will rise!" In Draconic.
As he falls. As he
parries, he gets cocky and says something, and then you just come back and.
Mm-hmm. And then I will go 10, 20 for my entire movement.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right, Laven, you are up. There is one kobold standing next to Dr. Hull.
With a 35, do I get to go 20 or 15?
You get to go 15.
Okay, that's as close as I can get.
All right.
I'll just do... So I can produce the flame and throw it as my whole turn.
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
All right.
16 to hit.
Yep.
I get to roll that. Plus that is 12, 13.
Yeah, that does it. The heat from the multiple burned up kobolds at this point has warmed up the rotting fish heads and seal flippers enough to make the whole room smell awful. But you guys are victorious, and that's where we're going to leave it this week, with you guys standing around in a room full of corpses.
I just want to let it be known that Team Smart Guys, Dr. Druid and I, we got 6 people, and Team Beat the Fuck Out of them only got 5.
Team Stand Back and Be a Bitch got 6, yes.
Unless you guys count Crispin in Team Beat 'em Up, because that's 6 then, and it's a tie.
Yeah, Crispin I think counts for us.
Yeah, because I forgot exactly how much up close and personal a bow is.
I thought it was obvious.
Obviously, you have never met an old person with a spoon.
Why would you give them spoons? That's just asking for trouble.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for playing. And hopefully next week we can make it through a few more rooms.
Mm-hmm. I will surprisingly have Saturday available next week.
Okay.
My only practice is from 9:30 to 11.
Nice.
I will not have Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I am
All right, then.
available
Fuck
all
you, Jay.
weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So...
All right, cool. I know I have stuff going on Saturday at the school, but I don't know what or how long. So,
Well, if we're missing me for a session, we're missing me for a session.
are you not available next Sunday, Jay?
No, I have. Let me get to my calendar once I exit the game. Because I do have practices Sunday,